As allies in World War II, President Franklin Roosevelt's mentions of the brave people of China, that's what they were, drew loud cheers in his speeches in the United States, and everybody loved what he had to say, just as many Chinese now love basketball and blue jeans. Chinese restaurants in America today outnumber the 5 largest fast food chains in the United States, all combined. That's a pretty big statement.
This next story. Do not try the A warning about this next story. Do not try this at home, kids.
I double dare you. A recent college grad at Belize State going viral for her grad photo showing her posing with and even kissing an alligator. This is not AI. Kat was an employee at Gator Country in Beaumont and chose to celebrate with the animals she loves most, including with Big Al. Look at Big Al, 93-year-old, 14-foot gator. As you can imagine, the pictures are now going viral. I guess, look at that. She put the hat on Big Al.
She put the hat on him. She gave Big Al a kiss.
And she's in the water with him.
Girl, that's a whole different breed right there. And I'm not talking about the alligator. Kudos to you and congrats, by the way. Congrats.
I don't want to spoil anything. Just congrats.
You're listening.
Yeah, like all the time I'm listening.
WATP with Christian, Eric, and Carl sometimes.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're having fun. We're making it happen.
It's fun time. Open your mouth, close your eyes. We're going to give you a big surprise.
And here it is.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to Who Are These Broadcasters? The only show that every single week asks the question, who are these broadcasters? I'm Christian Blatt, and with me, as always, is the great, that's right, great with a capital G, the great Eric Zane. How are you today, Easy?
I appreciate that, and it's good to be back. Thank you for having me, and excited to get after it, Christian.
We are definitely going to get after it, but last week was a bit of a wash in terms of us being pitiful and asking for money. We're going to go ahead and brace everybody up front, and then the chips will fall where they may. But if we don't get enough money, you're not getting any goddamn Bears clips. So I just want to let people know that right away. But how do super chats work on this show, Easy?
So we want Christian to say a horrible slur, maybe. You might have to, circumvent the YouTube filters in order to make that happen. Maybe a space or a dash here and there to make it all happen. And have Christian sign off with that. The one with the highest dollar amount is how he will sign off.
It's true.
So don't go cheap, because that'd be a bummer if you spent $10 and then somebody sniped it out for 11 down at the fine. Then you're like out of the running to have them sign off with that. So there you go. That's how we do that. Or if you just think we deserve it, you can what is it, the super stickers? I see
oh my
Annie
God.
gave a super sticker, and then if you want to become a member, that also helps move the meter, like Hearns 55. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you are a member, you get to watch the shows behind the paywall, which includes the Saturday episodes of WATP, and then also all of the bonus episodes. And there have been some doozies lately. Before we dive in for real, because Annie was there with a super sticker, I wanted to shout out Annie because on last Wednesday's WATP, she did us a kindness, as they say.
Annie, anything to promote?
I want to promote Who Are These Broadcasters? You can find it on this very channel. It's with Christian Blatt and Eric Zane. They cover all sorts of news and broadcasting faux pas.
That's true. It's also its own standalone podcast. If you listen to podcasts, go subscribe to Who Are These Broadcasters. Let's hit some voicemails.
How about that, huh? We got a shout out from Annie on the big show. We appreciate
Carl's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Carl's like, oh yeah, those two losers. I forgot that show's on, but that's all right. And since we're playing clips from WATP, and a recent episode, this was actually a couple weeks ago, EZ, you came up. There's something you're known for that might not be what you want to be known for. The topic was John Melendez. Perhaps you've heard of him, Stuttering John, and the obvious issues he's having with erectile dysfunction.
Lomax, which is something that some men take as a result of prostate and urinary issues, actually causes you not to ejaculate at all. Fun fact. Don't call me back.
All right, well, that's what I was talking about. I think John was lying about it. I think there was a bigger problem, like Eric Zane level problem that was going on with John, which I was just like, I just don't make as much sperm as I'd like to.
So that is known as an Eric Zane style problem, and you're in the vernacular.
Yeah,
I know you don't keep up on the big shows.
I've been very upfront about it. I've been very upfront about it, and it's important that people know this.
Yeah.
When sometimes a person has an enlarged prostate, the only way to treat it is various medicines, and they're powerful, but they have side effects, and that has hurt that function dramatically. I used to be a full volume jizzer, like just spurt.
Like Old Faithful, a geyser,
Oh.
just a
Just
whale
like-
spout. Yeah.
My wife would look like a sad clown. All right.
And now she's just sad.
Now it's just like, I might be able to get a reasonable blast if I save it up for like a month.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm fucked. It's a disaster.
Do you think you're currently saving it up for whenever the September-October WATP live at the Magic Bag happens because you'll be in the same room as our friend Lucy Tightbox?
No, Christian, because that would suggest that I'm outside of my marriage, fucko.
Yeah,
What
but
a
don't you want
horrible
to just jizz in your pants when you see her? Isn't that like a 21 gun salute? It's a 21 jizz salute.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
So if you notice a wet spot in my pants, it's that happened.
And she will. Shout out to Lucy. She's having a good day today. Very happy for her. You can always look for her over on a Once Over with Kaylee. Ohio Dave, like 80s piss squirting. They wouldn't let you write piss. And of course, ropey loads is something that came up a lot on the Howard Stern show. The great Richard Christie would talk about how he liked porn where the gentleman would shoot ropes. And yes, DeVito'd it to Bolivian, which is a great name and a great avatar. Getting old does suck. All right. So I didn't know there was going to be quite so much jizz talk, but
well, I mean, they're just
floodgates.
I'm glad that they know it. I'm glad that it's
I should have
discussed.
known. Yeah.
I want them to throw this out there because this is a real issue that happens to some men.
So obviously now you're going to be more compelled than ever to just start giving us tons of money. We'll get into more jizz talk if you want. This will, it's like a choose your own adventure. You give us the right dollar amount. We just scrap the 100 clips I have for today. And of course, talk jizz. But first, let's head to some of the biggest news, the national news.
WATP, who are these national news? Who are these national newscasters?
Chad's missing upper lip. How often do you have your wife's boyfriend massage your prostate, Zane? Good question. I'll take my answer off the air. So we're going to start with national news, which you might notice a trend the last few weeks. Look, we're going to start with the CBS Evening News. Yes, Tony DeCoppel will be on the screen. This is not his fault. They're in Taiwan doing a live broadcast, and I think it's just him and a producer and a cameraman and wherever this is, this balcony. And there is a health emergency. And I think everyone handles it really well. It's not Tony that has the health emergency. It's the cameraman.
And finally tonight from Taiwan, as President Trump and China prepare to meet, you will hear a lot about American decline and the rise of a powerful new China. The Chinese certainly, is he okay? We're going to take a quick break. We have a medical emergency here.
So what you noticed is at the top of the clip, you may have noticed he said, this is our final thing tonight. So this is the last segment of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't take a break.
No, then it's just on.
We're calling a doctor.
They're calling a doctor. Which, by the way, if you have a health emergency, I don't know if Taiwan's where I want it to happen, but that's neither here nor there.
100%. I like how he threw it to break, knowing he can't throw it to break.
I don't think he knew because I don't know. He's not the only one who isn't smart enough for this.
Well,
you'll see.
He should have. He should have understood that if it leads, it bleeds. Pick up the fucking camera and aim it at the guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's somebody else in that. Well, I heard a woman's voice.
Yeah,
he should have picked up the camera for sure. All right, so
I'm going to sign off for Tony DeCoppel, who's been reporting in Taiwan. We're going to go to break.
What I love is that back in New York in the main studio, this guy is in a suit. He's got the hair all coiffed up. He's well lit and ready to go. I guess just in case something like this happens, he's like, maybe you don't go, he's like the understudy. So this guy, whoever this is, I've never seen him before. He comes on and he's like, I'm going to sign off the show. but then he contradicts himself.
We'll be right back.
You're not going to be right back. It's the end of the show, dummy. You even said. So now it's like, all right, we got to play the extended dance mix version of our fucking theme here. All right, cameraman, we don't know. So eventually the show finally ends. And no word on that cameraman, by the way. I don't know if he made it out of
he's
Taiwan.
dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's unalived. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, right. Thank you.
Terms of service. By the way, Taiwan looks amazing. The two pictures that they showed of it it looked like AI. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, I think they're some of those Asian countries are wonderful to visit.
Now is Taiwan? Are they called the Taiwanese, or are they Chinese people that live there?
They are Taiwanese, but obviously of Chinese descent. But they're their own people. It's like how Canadians are somehow American, even though Canada was founded first. I think.
All right, I got you.
Yeah. However any of that works. All right. There was a really important story over the last few days that a lot of you probably saw, and it is indeed national news. And we do go back to our national correspondent, Tony DeCopel, but this is an important story.
A pair of young Americans are facing charges in Tokyo tonight after one allegedly dressed up in a smiling emoji head costume and jumped into a monkey enclosure there, while the other American filmed the stunt, presumably to post it all online. And not just any monkey enclosure. This is home to Punch the Monkey, himself internet famous for these cute
Yeah, it's weird because Punch the Monkey was a game I used to play with my babysitter that I wasn't allowed to tell anybody about.
That's why they named it Punch, so that Tony DeCopel and whoever else can say Punch the Monkey.
Punch the Monkey. Yeah. Have you seen any of the footage of these guys getting into this monkey enclosure?
Just the one that you've showed so far. The rest is new.
Okay, good. So let's get a little bit more info, and then I have a couple of different crowd films for angles on this.
These shots. We're told all the monkeys are okay. The Americans, meanwhile, denied the charges.
Okay, so we know that they're denying the charges.
Let's deny him. The guy's in there.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the thing. I don't quite know how you can. So this is somebody who's like right there. So you see him climbing in. It's actually a pretty steep drop. I don't know if it's this one. It might be another angle. You're going to see that when he jumps down, the giant smiley face head actually rolls off of him. So it makes it even harder to say that that's not you and you're not guilty when the giant cartoon head came off.
All you hear is,
well, here he is. He's got the hat back on. And Punch the Monkey loves little stuffed animals. So he's got one. I guess they promote Dogecoin or meme coin. I don't know. Some kind of crypto. So they're in Japan doing that, and they thought that this would be a good viral stunt. And on the one hand, they're absolutely right, because here we are talking about it. Now, I don't know exactly where Punch the Monkey is located, but he's like, all right, I'm going to set this little stuffed animal version of myself here.
Right.
There's some great camera work. It's a good thing he did this in Japan, because there's no shortage of cameras filming this. So that was, I think, all we get on that one. And then this is another one where you're going to see, this is again him jumping. I think this is where you see he realizes he's bitten off a little more than he can chew, because he's like, oh boy, it's really far. So he's like, I'm going to hold this stupid head of mine on, but maybe, just maybe, not as successfully. And, if you're at this zoo and you see this, what are your thoughts? Do you get involved in this in any way? Do you get out your camera, just like everybody that we were watching, Easy?
Well, the Japanese are proud people. It's all about honor. And if it was an American, I'm surprised that they didn't murder him. I would have loved to have seen, I understand that every monkey, no matter how large, is stronger than like 50 men or something like that.
Oh, yeah. They have what back in the day we used to call R-word strength.
Yes.
Monkeys definitely have that. Yeah.
We can't say that anymore, but it's
true.
No.
Although I'm pretty sure Trump said we could, but you know what? Let's just to be safe.
No, I don't want to do that. My
fine.
wife works with special ed children.
Okay.
So
yeah.
if my wife heard me say that, my ass is dead,
All right. What if she heard me say it while you just sat there and did nothing.
Oh, she'd be upset at you,
Okay,
and I
that's
would
fine.
be in some degree of trouble. So
All right,
you,
and I
you
would-
can't.
Yeah.
You can't
all
do
right.
it.
Well, no. I want to stay on the Zane family Christmas card list. All right.
Outstanding.
So we have this story, and local news needs to get involved. Now, this is a personality here in Los Angeles on KTLA. I have not seen this guy before, but now he's on my list of people I have to check because he sucks.
Punch the monkey, and maybe a little bit too much. To America.
Just look at this guy right here. I mean, there's like a slightly different genetic balance. He kind of looks like me, so I hate him.
He looks like 1990 dime store Martin Short.
You know what? Yes, he does.
Americans were arrested after trying to break into his enclosure at the Ichikawa Zoo in Japan. Police detained Reed Janai Dason and Neil Jabari Duan, both in their 20s.
Sucks.
They say one man
Ninjas.
jumped the fence while the other filmed. Video shows a person in a blue suit with a stuffed emoji head climbing into and around the enclosure.
Yep, so here's
that
where the
emoji
head
used
comes
to
off.
promote meme coin cryptocurrencies.
So he's got to
The
rush back
macaques
on.
reportedly were terrified,
Macaques!
having gone long on Dogecoin back in 2021. The intruder.
Huh?
Okay, then they're taking the guy away.
Do you like that? You like that this guy had a joke though? I probably talked over it. Let's make sure that everybody lets his joke breathe, and I do mean breathe.
That emoji used to promote meme coin cryptocurrencies. The macaques reportedly were terrified, having gone long on Dogecoin back in 2021. The intruder.
I actually thought that was you. No, it's the guy in studio. All right, buddy. I guess this guy's name is Andy because the segment's called According to Andy. He's like, all right, are we done? Oh, no, Andy's not finished.
Also was seen with a stuffed toy. The two Curious Georges were arrested and charged with obstructing zoo operations.
So
I like how he's laugh talking at the end.
So
We should be
these
laughing.
are two African-American gentlemen. Are we allowed to refer to them as Curious Georges? I feel like that's the kind of thing that should get you in a lot of trouble.
Well, I've heard about, according to Andy, that he is a horrific racist. So it all adds up.
Here's the thing. I haven't seen anything contrary to that. This is all I've seen of him. And he called those two gentlemen Curious Georges.
Yes, he's referring to them as monkeys, and you and I are so not racist that I didn't even think that for a second.
Yeah,
and so that's outstanding that we are on the right side of this. And I know the audience here, especially Chad's missing upper lip, would never ever suggest something like that.
No, and that's not at all why I led off with the story about monkeys, because I didn't expect our chat to get involved in any way.
Punch is a viral monkey in the way that he went viral after his mom abandoned him, went off on his own and fell in love with a stuffed toy. You know, the classic LA story.
Every time he makes a joke, someone else in the studio. So that was a female voice that time. Like, okay, Andy.
Ooh.
50 monkeys live in the enclosure. They are all okay. Punch, of course, is very little understanding of his worldwide fame. Last we heard, true story, he was dating an older woman, a 5-year-old named Momo-chan. The zoo is now installing nets and permanent security patrols.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so his story's over, and you see the look on his face. It's like, didn't really go the way I wanted to. But the one anchor thinks so little of this. He doesn't hit a cough button or do anything. He's just like right into the mic. He's like, all right, Andy, come on, let's fucking wrap this up.
It's just a shame that these dunces, are
Goobers.
they just get so much publicity, make so much money for just being dumb.
Yes.
And doing stupid things.
The ephemerality of teenage boy youth.
Yeah.
Look how little she is. Is she like one of the people that has a withering body because she's a quadriplegic or something?
Well, I think
look at how
that in the attic of her house, there's a painting of her as a young woman. If I had to guess, it might be something more along those lines. But did you like his DeCopel-esque sign off, trying to puff his chest out and being like, the ephemerality of teen youth? Am I right or am I right?
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't even know what that fucking means.
I don't either. But now Andy is another guy I got to keep my eye on.
God,
so that's the local news take on it. And thank you, the real Kumia. Thanks for $1.99. A Curious George stole my VCR. Now, the Andy angle of that was local news, which means we're already in local news, but I still contractually have to play the jingle.
WATB, who are these local news? Who are these local newscasters?
Our first local news story, at least official local news story after the jingle, is a story that was making the rounds a few weeks ago, but I wanted to see how it played out. So this is a local school board meeting with elected officials, and a girl from the high school is speaking, and you're laughing because you know what story this is, I think. And one of the guys on the dais up there, he makes a comment that is wildly inappropriate. And it took weeks for literally anything to happen. And for the most part, nothing's happened. But let's go to chapter 1 of this story.
God, you're hot. You know that? Dang. Where do you go to school at?
I go Crockett.
All right.
Wow. I mean, look, everybody knows all the loose girls go to Crockett, right? This Tennessee school board meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all heard about what goes on at Crockett. And so that just jumps right to what the point is. This girl makes, asks a question that's, I guess this guy thought was mildly intelligent. And he's like, God, you're hot. And again, this is a high school girl. And, I don't think she's been left back 2 or 3 times. The early versions of these clips have her face blurred out. So I assume she's a minor.
She is a minor. And even in the beginning, because she had finished a kind of like a quite involved explanation of something, and she did a really good job at doing it and presenting it. And I think this guy was attempting to suggest, oh my God, you're one of our brightest young stars. You did a great job. Well, that's what a normal person would say. But this dipshit puts his hand on her and goes,
yeah,
God, you're hot. And he sounds like that. It actually sounds like it's like me with jizz in my pants next to Lucy Tightbox. That's how he sounded.
There's definitely a wet spot there. And look, he's just complimenting her the best way that he knows possible, which is, damn, I'd love to put it in you.
This clip is making rounds on social media due to a comment made by Washington County School Board member Keith Irvin to a student.
Then he puts his arm around her. And
so I was going to say, even though it's sort of like blurred out as though there's like a piece of like oak tag in front of her, she is right there. He does have his arm, and look at how excited he is. He's so happy.
He looks like the guy who's just joyful when he can taste child. I mean, that's a child taster right there. If someone said, show me a picture of a guy who's tasted child, I'd show this fuck.
Yeah, he would probably be at the top.
Irvin says the comment was a response to the students' questions about the potential.
I love that too, actually.
They doxed him. Irvin and Son Dairy Farm.
Yeah, exactly. Leave the kids in the car, but we've got good eggs.
Structuring of schools.
She was just good. She was asking good, smart questions and just not, I mean, I was impressed. And
I was getting hard, and I wanted to let her know you can touch it if you want.
Okay. What kind of of course he's a fucking hilljack. He's wearing a fucking co-op hat for the local farmers union.
Yep.
And the most involved thing he can say about her was she's just good. That's all he can manage to say, because that's all he only knows one syllable. She just good, you fucking asshole.
By the way, if you're a representative or even a member of that farmers co-op, you probably don't appreciate him wearing the hat while he non-apologizes and tries to explain what happened here.
And the other board members was impressed because the question she asked, and I'm old school. I'm an old farm boy, and I didn't mean nothing by anything. I
actually
was
believe
proud.
that. I actually believe he's not really a pervert. He's just a stupid fuck. Yeah. That's what he is. And he needs to say that I was just stupid. And that's the only way I can express myself. That's the only acceptable thing that this fucking twat can say.
Well, he doesn't say that, but he does keep throwing more shovelfuls of dirt on himself.
Whatever.
We asked Irvin if he would do anything different, and he says he would not, and that there is missing context from the short clip.
There's a lot of contacts missing. You got to watch the whole meeting to see how impressed this student board member is.
So if they're impressive, you call them hot. You're so hot. You dumb fuck.
Just a few seconds, because I think he almost called her a chick.
Meeting to see how impressed this student board member is.
Right? He almost called her a chick, right?
Almost call her a chick.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He's like, would you done anything different? Yeah, I probably would have had some lotion on my hand before I said anything to her.
She's nothing. I don't know what to say.
No, I mean, you literally don't know what to say.
I was impressed.
So if he does throw in, but again, I'm a simple man. Look at me. Listen to me. I ain't smart. I really stepped in it. I'm sorry to the little lady and her daddy who probably has a shotgun. Anything like that.
Yeah.
But the news piece shows the context. It's actually not interesting. And, look, she makes some points, and I guess they didn't expect a high school kid to be at all intelligent.
God, you're hot. You know that? Where do you go to school at?
I go Crockett.
All right.
Superintendent.
So the reason why it goes back to the clip is now to check in on the rest of the school board, because there's like 4 other people there, including a woman.
In Washington County Schools, Jerry Boyd says individual board members are responsible for the comments they make.
As far as the comment made by the board member, just like any individual board member, whether it's the vote they cast or the comments that they make, they need to be the ones to respond to questions about what their intent was.
So basically he's like, yeah, I don't have anything to do with this. That's Jerry. And, we're just lucky that this time he didn't smell her hair afterwards.
In their comments, or if it's about a vote they make, they need to explain as elected officials what was behind their vote or their comment.
When asked about the social media backlash, Irvin says he does not think he did anything wrong.
Of course you don't.
Let them talk. It's nothing like social media. I ain't done nothing that I don't regret. I'm going to take care of my Washington County kids. I'm going to take care of the taxpayers in Washington County. And that's how I feel.
Bro, don't say you're going to take care of kids when you're accused of hitting on an underage girl, because now I'm like, oh, no, you keep him away from the children.
I like how everybody, including Superintendent Bald Fat John Malkovich, literally are by their inactivity in this, have been supporting this asshole. Why can't anybody throw him under the bus?
He's probably got something on him. So the next time the school board meets, which this was, I think, just last week, the student is given a chance to speak.
Sexist and derogatory. I know this because he has not behaved this way with any of our male members.
And let's see, this is NBC New York who put this clip together. So there you can see our buddy Jerry is sitting there the whole time with his arms folded. So I want to make sure our audio audience knows that body language. Well, Chad's missing upper lip. Yeah, that was kind of the reveal that I knew that someone in the chat might take that ball and run with it. Chad's missing upper lip points out she isn't even hot. And, look, I don't have eyes that register whether or not a child is attractive.
Yeah, I can't really weigh in.
Yeah. So thank you, Chad's missing upper lip.
Kind of grainy. I guess she could be, but.
Yeah, I mean, definitely to this guy. So Jerry up there keeps his arm folded as she goes through.
Nor do I believe that he ever would. The failure to act on the board's behalf was and is equivalent to his actions.
So yeah, I mean, you're calling them all out. Is like, anybody want to say, Jerry, that's inappropriate. Again, there's a woman there, but this is Tennessee, so that's a little.
As it has hurt me just as much. To watch the chairperson be so quick to bang her gavel to control the public, yet not use it once in order to control her own peer, was disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
I understand the shock. I was there. But it is her responsibility to control and represent this board. You all have done a poor job at that representation.
So, you know what our buddy Jerry's probably thinking right now. You know, on second thought, she ain't that hot, is she?
She's too hot now. And can you imagine? He's so stupid, as the big one writes, Tennessee 10. He's so stupid that when she came to the podium, he's probably thinking, well, there's a slight chance she might say she wants to have sex with me.
Just fast forward 5 years and these two are married. You know, I think let's see how it goes. She does go on for a little while. I wanted to go ahead and read Chad's comment, please.
She's really letting that comment go to her head. Jesus.
Exactly.
Training than school administrators on sexual assault and
Okay, this is what she wants for them to do. This is
children.
She was assaulted.
Thank you for giving me a reason to advocate for policies that require board members to have the equivalent, if not greater, training than school administrators on sexual assault and appropriate conduct.
All right.
So I think that could be maybe where she loses her case. She used the word assault, which, look, I don't know. I don't know what happened after the cameras were turned off. So perhaps there's more.
Yeah, I couldn't see his hands underneath the counter. We don't know what happened.
We don't know. So I feel like no action will be taken. I was expecting, I don't know, something, but maybe it's because it's a Tennessee school board. These are elected officials, but this isn't like, you know, the state, I don't know, the state house, you know, a state congressman or something like that, you know.
You know, I've maintained for a long time that from Kentucky down, like one vote should count for like 1/8 of a Yankees vote. These are stupid people, and they don't really count in the U.S. And you know,
listen,
that's just the way I feel.
That's somebody that lives in Michigan saying that. All right,
we're much smarter. East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, South is. I mean, they tried to get away from the fucking country. They're idiots.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think there's any more to that story, but I'm thank you for playing along, Chad, and commenting on the young lady's looks. So a local story in Bakersfield, California, a few hours north of here. They're very excited to report on this story. And I think, Easy, you're really going to appreciate the calm, respectful, serious reporting on this.
Well, finally this morning, people in Southwest Bakersfield are going quackers for an expectant mother outside a gym in Southwest Bakersfield.
So, are you mad at yourself that you laughed when she said quackers?
No, I would. That was okay. She knew that was going to be fucked up.
Yeah. And by the way, this young lady would be a Tennessee 15 and a half.
Oh, yeah. She'd be like an Amazonian goddess, you know?
She's a Bakersfield 40, by the way. So.
Expectant mother outside a gym in Southwest Bakersfield.
Well, meet Penelope.
Oh, my goodness.
She's a mom.
I know you're in the anchor. You're in the anchor chair. This is a light news story. Oh my goodness. I really should start compiling drops from some of these stories. That's one that I want.
A duck who is nesting in a in-shape fitness parking lot out of all places on Ming Avenue. She's developing a following among regulars with a small group of volunteers protecting her and making sure she has what she needs.
Whenever me and my coworker Mason, we came out here like a couple days ago.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Howard Stern's penis. Oh no, I went too far back. That's all right.
Whenever me and my coworker Mason, we came out here like a couple days ago.
Hey, Boff. There's a duck out in the parking lot. Do you think we should do something about it, or just leave it here?
So, we came out to bring the duck water. We had some ladies saying, "Oh, thank you guys for everything you're doing." We're like, "Yeah, like we care about the ducks here." So
the lady in the parking lot couldn't have possibly brought some water to this duck who I guess is, you know, sitting on an egg or has a nest.
Truth be told.
Thank you, McRibs.
That's kind of like not really our motto, but like just it's kind of what we do here. So
well, what is the motto then? That's not
In shape, cares about the ducks. Volunteers told us the eggs laid by Penelope, the parking lot duck, are expected to hatch any day now. And once they show signs of hatching, Penelope and her ducklings will be moved.
Chicken boy, ducky.
Moved to a private pond.
How sweet.
How about that?
Oh my goodness. Penelope, the parking lot duck. I wonder how many eggs she's supposed to lay.
I don't know, but look at the spa treatment she's getting. A nice
Truly.
little container of water.
I like
some
how
shade.
He said that it's not their motto, but basically,
Hey.
we here at In Shape, we protect
Exactly.
the ducks.
In Shape is a
So
pro
forced.
duck gym.
This is just no. Oh boy, that's
did the
hard.
newscast end early? Because they're not done talking about it. This is way past the point where they should be vamping on this story.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Well, I wonder where they're going to be moved. That's
I don't
so
know.
sad.
Private pond, that's what I heard. Private estate.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I wonder where the private pond is.
I don't know, but that's not too bad, though.
They're getting the luxury treatment.
I know. Make home in a parking lot, you get moved to a private pond. How about
Penelope, the parking lot duck, getting princess treatment in the
Ooh,
pond.
I like it.
Pee, 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 pee. Good.
Oh no. Oh no, it's so
I
bad.
hate her so much.
I
Pee,
do
pee, pee, pee,
too.
pee.
I do too. What an ugly person. I mean, you know it's bad when you have someone who's that attractive but yet is disgusting because of what's coming out of their mouth.
At the beginning of the clip, I was like, all right, sure, she's in a local market. But this clip is under 2 minutes, and I hate her so much by the end of it. So
Right. I'm hoping for an overdose or some type of horrible
Oh,
accident.
no. You go ahead and read that from the real Cumbia.
Yeah, I don't get it. It says a curious George likes to be a real quackhead.
Well, we appreciate the $2.99, even if we don't understand it.
Yeah, thank you for the
Here's
$1.99.
Oh, what did I say? Did I say $19.99?
You said $2.99.
Well,
But he gave money earlier.
It was
too.
wishful thinking. Yeah, that we were worth $3.
We're rolling in the dough here, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
we're
very
up
proud of us.
almost to $5.
Well, we split that, and YouTube takes its cut. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to eat at a McDonald's.
The shocking video out of a Southbridge McDonald's on Friday, and since then, we're learning new details about that investigation.
So for our audio audience, or their faces are blurred, these are McDonald's employees stuffing French fries in their mouth and then putting them back in the cardboard containers to serve to customers.
I caught up with the town's Board of Health today, and I also heard from the franchise owners of this McDonald's. They told me that the workers that you saw in that video are no longer employed here.
The
video appearing to show an employee putting...
What was that?
Is he deaf? Because he didn't pronounce the L in McDonald's. He goes,
I didn't think about that. I wonder.
By the way, said McDonald.
If this guy is deaf, good for him. He's you're doing a bang up job, buddy. But if you're not deaf, then you might be that word that I can't say.
Are no longer employed here. The video appearing to show an employee putting fries in their mouth and back into a box to presumably be served. Police said that they haven't ID'd any customer impacted, and no one's come forward as of Monday. And the health department found no violations at this McDonald's Friday, but tell us they're combing through video to try and see if the fries were actually served.
People can do stupid things. Let's hope they use this as a learning moment. Right now, we are doing what we can.
The Board of Health also told
you
me that
never
they're
hear
going to
about
be
that.
enforcing training and retraining at this McDonald's and other food vendors across town.
McDonald's.
So if you're a food vendor in that community in the Boston area, and all of a sudden you have to go to new training because of these two assholes, you're like, what the fuck? I don't put French fries in my mouth before I serve them to customers. Now I got to lose a whole day in order to do this. But I thought that was an interesting viral video. But
right.
I often worry about how much our food gets handled, and yeah.
I don't know how Chad is aware about specific McDonald's service records on various areas or streets. That sounds ridiculous. He says you're going to get that at the McDonald's on MLK Jr. Boulevard, and he writes BVLD instead of BLVD. I don't know. I don't understand that.
That's all right. Chad's brain works faster than his fingers. We appreciate his input. talking about new friends that I've recently come across. This is a segment that a local newscast does. I guess this is
Welcome
the
back to Last
evening
Call.
news, and this is in Northern California, the Central Valley of California. So they end with something called Last Call at 11, and here's a cartoon version of all of them. And I think it makes sense to carve out valuable news gathering time for these three dynamite personalities. We'll start in a second.
Welcome back to Last Call, where we bring you our final thoughts of the day. My last call, I'm not pouring it.
Not pouring it.
I'm not pouring it.
Okay.
I was very proud of that one.
Okay, very good.
McDonald's is quietly removing its self-serve soda fountains all across the country. It's part of
so that they can spit in your soda a lot easier, I guess, is a part of it, at least based on the previous clip.
the company's shift to prioritize takeout, delivery, and drive-through service. The company says it'll give the restaurant chain greater control over portions and cleanliness while cutting maintenance costs for the self-serve machines. The transition is going to be taking place at certain locations all throughout the next few years. And then by 2032, if you eat at a McDonald's inside, you will no longer be able to pour yourself a soda.
Oh, good.
So-
4 years to work on that.
There's a lot of time for which that can happen. There's a lot of words to say. They're going to take the self-serve soda fountains away, but don't worry, he's here to banter with his friends.
The cleanliness thing I get, because some people will go crazy at the fountain.
Oh yeah,
But they'll get like a drink and they'll be like, oh wait, that's not what I wanted, and like
they just dump it out.
Yeah, they just dump it out.
Well, where do you want him to put it? I mean,
you want to just pour it on the floor, or just down there? There's the little tray thing that catches it. You can dump it. It's designed for you to dump out the drink and maybe some of the ice. It's okay.
Yeah, but just the idea of I have to drink a lot when I eat because I don't chew my food. A whole other story. So I don't want to
self-deprecating joke. Here we go.
It's good. Wow. I mean, let's talk about how he's a bald fuck. How about that?
go up the counter and ask every time. Anyway, who's next?
Well, I forgot mine. Sorry.
Go ahead.
That's my favorite part of the whole thing.
I
is that
forgot mine.
They each have to bring a story.
Who's next? I don't
she
know
forgot
mine.
hers. Yeah. But don't worry. She has an excuse because she's a woman.
Okay, but I will say this one thing. The reason I forgot is because it is so hard to send video from a PC to an iPhone. That's why I forgot I forgot it.
Should have been better off just saying I forgot because I'm bleeding out of my twat.
Yeah, exactly. I was too busy anything, but it's actually not that hard to do that.
You gotta get an Android. That's how I got this picture. This is a picture that we took on Saturday night when we
look at them all
three
having
were at
fun
the
together.
Kiwanis Crab
Easy.
Feed.
There's no pictures of you and me with lobster bibs. Come on, when are we gonna go hang out?
You know, that was our last call last night as well. Today, I took this picture and I threw it at AI and I said, since it's May the 4th, may the 4th be with you. I said, hey, jazz this up with a little May the 4th action, and this is the picture that they gave us.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a Star Wars version. They're dressed like Jedi Knights. They each have really squat little skinny lightsabers.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm playing this clip is because of how much they love this.
So there's your favorite news team as Jedi Warriors.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I forgot what I'm doing.
I just asked ChatGPT to May the 4th it up.
AJ Wan Kenobi.
There you go.
I should have done some weather pun.
Darth Ruck.
Darth Ruck. Ooh, that's good.
I like that.
Darth Rucker. I like that.
Yeah, you don't
Princess-
mess with that guy.
Princess Emily. that was good. That was easy.
Princess, I hate PCs.
They shut the lights off. That's the best part.
Blows off the tongue.
So there's like three things I said are the best part, but in terms of a production standpoint, it's like, all right, let's shut these idiots up. Chad's missing upper lip, so we can all agree that local news needs to be over, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not for the sake of this show. You do sound like our buddy E-Rock. You're not wrong, but how would I get to know those three or the lady who was so excited about the duck story? The real Kumi again. He's spending generously. We appreciate that. Weird this isn't an issue in non-urban McDonald's. I do believe he's speaking about.
I don't know
fries
about
in the-
that. You don't know about that.
Well,
How do
I'm
you
just-
know? Did you check out all the McDonald's? Come on, Anthony. Or if that's really Anthony, I don't think it is.
You know that's not Anthony.
No, you've told me that many times. It's
yeah.
not really Anthony.
Well, This is the point in the show that if I felt good about the money rolling in, I'd probably share a bear clip, maybe even two.
$10. Somebody has to throw $10 and fucko. No,
that'll be fine. I just don't think we'll get it.
No.
So we'll see. Listen, if you guys like bears, bears are going to be an on-demand pay-per-view segment that we do after the show, and nobody's going to get bears for free.
He has gone full. What's the guy's name? Toe man, toe boy,
Steel toe. Yeah.
Steel toe. He's gone full steel toe.
That's right. I am, and that's. But see, here's the thing: our goal is only like $15. So if you help us hit the goal, but instead we are going to head on over for some talk show.
WATB, who are these talk shows? Who are these talk shows?
As promised last week, there was a reunion on the Stephen Colbert show of Strike Force 5, the 5 talk show hosts who did a podcast during the writers and actors strike here in Los Angeles. Well, I guess it's also, the whole country. There's writers in New York also striking.
Was that ever solved?
Yeah, not satisfactorily. And but yes, it is over. Some people are working, but not anywhere near as many as
is
before.
Mrs. Blatt working? It's all I need to know.
Not at the moment. Not in her chosen field.
Is it because of the strike, or because she just hasn't gotten a gig?
It didn't help. The pool of jobs is much smaller.
Has she been blackballed, or in her case, yellowballed?
Neither of those things. Just routinely whiteballed. That's right. I'm very proud of that. So the 5 hosts of Strike Force 5 got together in a conference room at the Late Show Theater, at the Ed Sullivan Theater, and they did a 45-minute show. They were really trying to do a 30-minute show, but they just get to chatting, and they're talking about basically Jimmy Fallon does this thing with his finger where it's a fake mustache, and that leads to instant comedy. Just add finger.
To the producer and ask him if he wants to be in the Stephen Colbert business. What is that? What is this?
That's a mustache.
Yeah.
So like in this day and age, I think when the mustache shows up, it's a fake thing.
Yeah. So sorry, what was that? Easy.
He fucking John Oliver after he realizes fake mustache fingers. He slaps he's doing a knee slapper.
Yeah, that's how funny it was.
So fucking funny.
And listen, on the Fallon scale, that is actually probably, on the higher end of laugh value.
Only ever did that for Hitler. You do that, that's just
No, this is a fake mustache. You really? This is Hitler? This is Hitler. No, the finger's too long.
Oh, no, that's like Kokesi's Hitler. Shh. Not like that. No.
Straight. No, this is me doing my dad.
It makes no sense, but if you're watching it, it's funny.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Kimmel makes the point that, this is mostly an audio show. This is the one episode we've ever done video, but you guys are doing visual again. This is nonstop hilarity, Easy. Go ahead and tell me your favorite mustache joke that they used here.
Jesus Christ. This whole thing looks awkward. What they're wearing, how it sounds bad.
Yeah. At least what we played last week, they were in the studio. There was the studio audience. I think that they kind of need that little bit of feedback. At one point, Colbert puts his finger on Seth Meyers' lip, which answers a question that you had from last week.
Your upper lip is cold. Sorry, bud.
Really? Do you have a cold upper lip?
He ices it, but after... or else it swells up. It swells up. Yeah. I had some work done, and so it's still swelling. Well, no, they say if it gets you over 55 degrees, the whole face just starts to set.
So,
oh wow,
I think because you look at him, and if you look at pictures, he does get work done. So I'm like, I think that's not even really a joke. I think that might actually be why his lip is so cold, because whatever filler, whatever, I don't know. I mean, I look like this. I'm not a handsome Seth Meyers-esque type. And, so you were asking why he looked so weird. And
he did look weird.
I think that the truth was in the comedy. But you can,
when people do this to themselves, they never look better. It seems. It seems like they just kind of get in their own heads that this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And
I
they
mean,
end up, they
except
can't
Joan
be
Rivers,
happy.
she was really hot at the end. I mean, she really improved on that.
Who, what?
Joan Rivers.
Oh. Oh, God.
Well, if you get a bunch of talk show hosts in a room, they are going to share very relatable, salt of the earth anecdotes.
You know what Seth did earlier in the dressing room that I feel like is particular only to hosts of shows?
Oh, yeah.
We started talking about something we didn't want other people to hear, and we weren't even mic'd. Reflexively, Seth, almost like Pledge of Allegiance, to cover his
Where my mic
microphone.
would have been. I will do that when I'm not in a theater, not at a studio. I'm at a wedding or something. I will go, I'll tell you what.
Yep.
Yeah. Do it all the time.
Easy, like me, you've been in broadcasting a long time. Do you feel like there's plenty of microphone humor and things to a lot of mileage to be gained from talking about, like, oh, I'm used to being in front of a microphone, so sometimes I got to cover it up.
Yeah, I just, that was, 60 to 90 seconds. It felt like 10 minutes.
Oh, they're not done.
There's nothing
and by the way,
amusing
each
to
time-
it. It's just people talking for the sake of talking. It sounds like any type of show that we would make fun of on Who Are These Podcasts.
Yeah, do it all the time.
You cover, and by the way, each time we do it, we're not being heard probably, but
oh yeah, that's true. That's good. We should stop.
It's funny.
It's okay.
Yeah,
So Colbert goes and makes it worse, and that's now the second clip where Kimmel is the tech nerd and being like, well, the podcast is not going to sound very good. It's going to be sounding bad because no one's funny on this.
Right. Yet that's not the reason why this sucks. In fact, that's probably one of the more interesting things that these 5 fucking morons who don't have any idea what they're here to talk about are going to do. And then you said this was supposed to go 30 and it went 45. It went 45 because they're just sitting there fucking talking amongst themselves and publish it as a show.
Don't worry. Jimmy's got a story that I think is going to make it all worthwhile.
It's about an audio guy's, he was wearing one of those shoes that separate the toes. You know those shoes?
Yeah.
This guy was doing some bit and he came in to put the mic on. And then I go, wow, interesting. You're wearing the shoes. He goes, it's the best. He goes, it helped my back. I had back problems and now I don't have, I go, huh. He goes, yeah, they're so comfy and they're great. I warned my brother's wedding. Yeah. And he left. I go, oh, it probably ruined his brother's wedding. He can't wear those ridiculous shoes and it didn't help his back. I mean, give me a break. This is and my friend pointed at the microphones. I'm like, but they look not bad. And he's like, he was trying to draw backpedaling on a piece of paper, like backpedal, say something nice. I'm like, I totally got busted.
So
okay, that's funny.
That's funny because it's Jimmy Fallon being an asshole. That's why I'm like, all right, boy, it took a while to get there. And Kimmel's even like, all right, yeah, that one's pretty good.
Might have met the most interesting human being on earth.
Yeah.
Someone who wore that absolute horror show of shoes for their back.
I'm guessing he wasn't in the wedding party.
I would have loved to hear the sound slap as it comes up.
Squishing.
How do you feel about when they run with a concept and they?
I think it ended when Jimmy. I mean,
that's where it should have ended. If they
John Oliver sucks at this format, by the way.
Yeah, he's
John
very
Oliver,
good at his show.
But
yeah, this is
when John Oliver is reading like a rant and doing it in John Oliver style.
Yeah,
but he's the worst of the 5, I think.
Easy, what are your thoughts on improv comedy? Just, like the theater kind, the stage show, kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway, the game show that Drew Carey hosted for all those years. How do you feel about improv and improvisers, people that are improvising?
Well, I've liked it on what you said. Whose line is it anyway? That group, Brian Stiles, all that bunch.
He's great.
They've always made me laugh. Whenever anybody else does it, it sucks. I mean, I've not seen a lot of good improvisational humor.
It's because there isn't a lot of good improvisational humor. And Stephen Colbert comes from Second City, and great comics have come from Second City by way of Chicago like he did. But it is a perfect example of why people hate improv comedy. Talking about this story, it stems from, showing up at work in an embarrassing shirt if you're a comedy writer.
Ridden harder than a comedian in a room with other comedians. The symbol we used to have for it at Second City, if someone did anything that was in any way mockable, is that the rest of us would go like this, go, hey, woo, hey, woo, woo, hey, woo. Because because we were going to ride them all day long.
It's a rodeo.
Okay. So there's so many bad things happening there. Fallon seems to really love it. He wants to get in. He starts doing it. And he's like, it's like a rodeo. That's so fucking annoying and unfunny that, and look, I get it. You can rag on people about stuff, have running jokes. I mean, you talked about Baba Booey earlier, and that was him not knowing how to say the character Baba Louie. I think almost 40 years ago. It's about 35 years ago. And it's still his name. So I get all of that. But this woo, I was like, no, Steven, fuck you. You know?
Colbert, same thing as Oliver. You know, I mean, whatever he did that was funny, it was from The Daily Show. It was, I mean, he's not funny. By the way, thank you to Fader Dragon. Says Colbert is a living embodiment of the phrase, every mic is a hot mic. He must be a fan of this show, and he gave $10. So well done. I think that might help us towards the Bears.
That'll definitely help us towards the Bear goal, but we're knee deep in the shit right now, so we have to get out of the quagmire. This is our Tet offensive here, and they're talking about the earlier conversation was whether or not Colbert gets to keep his suits now that his show is canceled.
18 tuxedos at this point.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because I get a new tuxedo every time.
Let's have a nice party and we'll all wear your tuxedos.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, that's
great idea.
Yeah.
Do we know 18 people?
Do you know? We can find people.
So that's what Fallon throws in. Do we know 18 people? And there's going to be a few seconds before we get to the button on this, but I think it's worth it.
Do you have a lot of friends?
No.
I don't think so.
Jesus fucking
That's
Christ.
why I asked.
I think it's another one of those real moments, like Seth getting plastic surgery, asking Fallon, do you have a lot of friends? Nope. And because when Jimmy tells a joke, his eyes get really big and he has that smile and he's like, oh my God, I'm going to crush with this one. So Jimmy Fallon really shows off why maybe he doesn't have a lot of friends. And I don't know. He just needs drinking buddies, I guess. We just have a couple more. But if there's a real Kumia super chat, when does Zumok's show start? I actually don't know. I only was a member of Chad's channel for 1 month because I needed to pull some clips. So I don't get the alerts anymore. I'm sorry. But
I have to admit, the time when Chad called you retarded, I actually laughed at that.
I thought you couldn't say that word.
I know.
But Zumok said it, so I guess it's all right.
Yeah, I was
all right.
quoting him.
So Colbert's talking about how he recently filmed an episode. He went on location and spoke with President Barack Obama.
That when he goes, well, listen, he goes, look, I know, when the day comes and at my funeral, I hope whoever gives my eulogy will mention like the values of like whatever like, of our administration. I said, I'll remember to mention. Like that, and it didn't register to him at all.
Wow, you do bad impressions of all the presidents.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I like that. Yeah, that was pretty.
That was Carter. That was Carter right before they dumped him in the incinerator.
Huh? So it's a terrible line in a way that it's like mean-spirited. He's like, yeah, that's my impression of Jimmy Carter right before they dump him in the incinerator.
Oh, is that?
Oh,
no.
But where's that guy? Like, that's probably the mean-spirited guy who should have been hosting a late-night show on network TV, because he's very safe and buttoned down and doesn't make jokes like that. That's why, Oliver's knee-slapping literally everything throughout this segment. And, listen, we're all going to miss Strike Force 5 when it stays dead this time. I've got one final clip. There's a bit that I'm going to spare you all from, which is Fallon reaches out to the wives of everyone and gets answers to questions. It's like the Newlywed Game where you see if your answers match up. But the way that he tries to explain it is, I think, why everybody hates him.
Guys, what I did was, this is how well do you...
Yo, fucking hell. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
How well did your wife... I asked the wives all questions, okay? And they have
you asked them all questions?
Did you hear how I explained what the bit was a second ago? It took me like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Fallon's bit. He's done it before for this podcast. He can't get the words straight in his head.
I asked them questions. All three.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, what the fuck? Well, I guess I'm lost slightly.
Well, he does a terrible job explaining what it is because they all know he sucks, and they know that like this is why the episode goes 15 minutes longer, because he's got a bit. And my point in pulling it is that he can't explain it. I'll just let it play through.
What I did was, this is how well do you...
Yo, fucking hell! Oh my God! Oh my God!
How well did your wife... I asked the wives all questions, okay? And they have...
You asked them all questions?
I asked them questions, all three.
Okay. He
So
can't read it.
He's that word that
Either that or he's just doing that on purpose because he knows that that's his brand.
I don't think so. I think we're getting some actual R-word representation here from Rumple Trenchcoat to the rodeo sounds. I mean, that could be a drop too. And Badger B is right, because Easy, you set the bar at $10. Someone gave us $10, and we are nothing if not fair and judicious here at Who Are These Broadcasters?
WATV, who are these bears? Who are these bears?
That's right. If you super chat something, we'll read it and we'll follow the directive and follow the instructions. This is no Chrissy Mayer show. Okay. We will actually read. If we get $2,000 in super chats, we're reading all of them. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Is she still on good terms with the network, with Carl?
I think Carl still likes her, but she really stepped in it over the last couple of weeks, having nothing to do with this network or this show or anything.
If I look it up, I can get the background.
You would get the gist of it. She had a guest on that there were a lot of questions, and someone who wanted to come on and kind of counteract what she was saying and press her. And Chrissy ignored all those chats and pretended she didn't know about it. And then the apology was worse. That was actually I think that was when it's one of the most recent WATP episodes.
We're above all that because we're the cornerstone of the network.
We
don't engage in that bullshit.
Yeah.
So thank you for informing.
But we're here for some bears.
Meet the neighbors looking to get their paws on Wendy Newman's cinnamon waffles.
I mean, those cinnamon waffles do look pretty good.
Is that a metaphor for pussy?
Okay, so our audio audience might think that, but no, there are actual cinnamon waffles there. And I've never made waffles with cinnamon, so this could open some new doors for me.
You can smell it.
Oh yeah, it smells great.
Oh.
I should have let that play when you asked if it was about her pussy. Yeah, you can smell it.
He's mad. He can't get in, and he bangs the glass, and I went,
just like
scared
bears.
Oh, that's never happened to me before. I see him in the yard all the time.
A bear family on her backyard patio. A bear buffet at her neighbor's house. Asheville, North Carolina is a southern Appalachia hotbed of bear habitats.
No.
And bear run-ins.
Did you know that about Appalachia being a hotbed of bear run-ins? Easy.
I did know that. I go there quite often, actually. So I'm actually quite familiar with this town.
For all the clips that I do share of bears, I have so many. I have dozens that are all in Gatlinburg, Tennessee for some reason. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the real bear hotspot.
Get out of here.
There's a lot.
People in this area can see up to 10 bears a day walk through their yard.
Ashley.
I don't know. I mean, real Kumia, wouldn't you say that if you see 10 bears in your neighborhood, it's time to move?
Hobbs, a state bear biologist, told us 20,000 black bears live in North Carolina.
20,000. And I don't know. I mean, I think the new gerrymandering, they're all going to get their own district, so we better watch out.
They can smell food from 10 miles away.
Come on. No, they can't. That's a lie.
That sounds like Vinnie Paulino 6 years ago.
They're looking for McDonald's. We are their McDonald's.
All that food means those mama bears average more cubs.
I love Vinny. Come on. He's not fat anymore.
Well,
so
no, he's not. I mean, if
he
you
looks
were
great.
It's poor Vinny in the past. I mean, he's not like that now. It's one of the great comeback stories of all time.
That's true.
I think he's still shrinking.
Well, he still has a boom head, according to Stutter and John. But yes, he does look great.
Per litter. More bears, more run-ins.
Bears can't do this. Okay, so you push in.
Wendy Newman showed us her bear-proof trash can.
Still showing her vagina.
Yeah, this is this bear can't put his finger in like this and get it to open all the way.
Right.
And the bears have tried to get in.
Oh, look, claw marks here, here.
She now has bear spray and air horns hanging from every exterior door. But she's a realist.
Are you living in the bear's backyard, or are the bears living in your backyard?
No, unfortunately, I'm in theirs. They were here
Got
before.
plastic surgery.
Newman
Yeah, she has a real Seth Meyers face.
told us she sees a bear family cross her mountain property twice a week. She used to leave some of her exterior doors unlocked. No more.
Nope.
Mark Strassman, CBS News, Asheville, North Carolina.
Got to be smart about those bears. They'll just walk in and set up shop,
Yeah, exactly. I talked about at the end of last year, my home got broken into. I assume bears were responsible. The police were not interested because when bears do it, nobody really worries about it.
Right, right.
So, I guess that is a region to keep our eyes peeled for more bear stuff. That lady really, I feel like she does leave it open because she wants the bears to come into her house. I didn't see a wedding ring. I don't see a husband there. Just missing up her lip. Vinny isn't going to fuck you, Zane. You don't know that. Maybe at the magic bag. Who knows?
Has that been set yet?
No. I just assume it's happening. Carl talks about it like
it always sells out. They get it's a great event.
Yeah. Well, let's do a little bit of politics.
Who are these politics? Who are these politics?
Chad's missing upper lip is wondering if triads broke into my house or perhaps the Yakuza. No, obviously, I'm well represented with both of those. I pay my dues there, and I deliver a nice fat envelope every month. So no, they know to stay away because I'm protected. But thank you. So we are going to take a look at, a lot of times our political clips end up in us being accused of being very biased. But when I see something that's funny, I don't really care about the politician involved. And good news for a lot of you. This is a Democrat who just gets owned. His name is Xavier Becerra. He is hopeful that he will be able to be on the ballot to be governor of this great state of California. Spencer Pratt wants to be the mayor of Los Angeles. But Xavier Becerra is running for governor. And he gets asked about something that he did for the Biden administration, something he was in charge of.
HHS secretary, a New York Times investigation found the health department couldn't find some 85,000 children it had released.
That's not accurate. What you just read is not accurate. First, that's what I'll say, because it was never the case that we could not find kids. You're essentially, I don't know if you got those talking points from Donald Trump.
Okay. So that is probably some good coaching for a Democrat, that when you hear something that you don't want out there, you just say you must have gotten it from Trump.
Yeah.
If I'm playing this clip, do you think, Easy, that this is a made up clip and she has no sources to back it up?
No. I think she absolutely has sources to back it up.
She does.
It's from a New York Times article.
Oh my God, it's from a New York Times article. You can't even be like, oh, it's from Fox News, is it? Oh no, that's the one that we all say is good.
Amateur hour for this dude.
He literally walked right into it.
What the New York Times article said. The New York Times said that individuals, the children and their sponsors, did not respond to calls. They didn't say we couldn't find kids.
So the editing room, they have zoomed in on it. They highlighted and underlined the fact that this guy is so full of shit. And this is one of those things where the only thing you can do is plead incompetence and be like, yeah, I didn't know what I was doing in that job. Somebody else should have been doing it. But instead he's like, nope, we didn't have any problems. We didn't lose 85,000 children. And remember, this is during the Biden administration. Okay. So this isn't some ICE story.
Working overnight in slaughterhouses, replacing.
Oh yeah. Let me back that up a second. Sorry. This is a good part too.
Their sponsors did not respond to calls. They didn't say we couldn't find kids.
Working overnight in slaughterhouses, replacing roofs, operating machineries in factories, children as young as 14 years old.
That part occurred after these children had left the care of Department of Health and Human Services.
Do you let these children go into those individual sponsors in their responsibility?
Some of these kids, probably because they needed to earn some money, started working in places that were very exploitive.
So what do you feel about that? I know we're getting bogged down in a single issue, but
I'd say I'd vote for this guy because I want 14-year-olds working in the shittiest jobs that exist. They should.
Well, I like that he's like, yeah, look, they ended up working in slaughterhouses after we lost them. So
Right.
how am I supposed to be responsible for any of that? He's not polling well anyway, but I don't believe that helped.
No, but because he's getting caught in lies, he needs to say, well, quit acting like you care about these kids. You don't care about them. Neither does anybody else.
You didn't give them a job. We're gonna
those kids.
We're gonna rewind a few minutes to when he first sits down at the beginning. So I think he might have known there are some issues that he's very weak on.
This is a profile piece. This is not a gotcha piece, right?
Well, look, I think these questions are fair. It's in order to learn about you as a candidate.
So long as it's about the profile.
I don't know how you define profile, but I'd like to begin the interview.
The way I describe profile is you talk about all the things that I've done, things I want to do, and along with some tough questions, but not only tough questions.
Okay.
So, yeah.
He's trying to tell her how to do her job. That's bullshit. You know, okay, I'm here to do this interview, but I want you to talk glowingly about the things that I've done and then maybe a question or two. But you can't have all tough questions. Fuck that shit. What an asshole.
Yes, but so I thought that, and listen, this isn't some high-paid, 60 Minutes correspondent. She works for, I think, KTLA or the Fox affiliate. I forget which one had that sit down with him. And she's a local news anchor who just did a little bit of homework. And yes, there was a lot of mansplaining there.
Right. Telling her how to interview. Hey, let me tell you, the interviewer, how to interview me.
Yes, that's exactly what was happening there. Just a couple of quick hits of politics. This is a Pete Hegseth clip that I think is fun for the whole family.
Everybody, it's an honor to be here. No better way to start a week than with soldiers. Truly, it's my honor to be here with you, humbled to stand in front of great Americans willing to raise their right hand again.
So at some point, don't you move this indoors? Somebody on the advanced team should probably notice, like, listen, I know we wanted you on the deck of this aircraft carrier. We can't. Your jacket's going to blow away, and we'll see some of those questionable tattoos that you have, sir.
To serve this nation. And also to be joined in a moment, we're going to do a ceremony for Purple Heart recipients as well. Long overdue for me.
Haven't the Purple Heart recipients been through enough?
Yeah.
That you're going to make them stand there?
Let them stay home.
Fucking wind tunnel.
Them stupid metal. What is the one flag? Is that a China flag?
That does look like a China flag. Yeah.
Of them. So I hope folks will stick around on that level also.
No one's sticking around.
I won't belabor this too much, but I think part of what we've tried to do at the War Department, and I hope what you've seen and reflected in why you're here today, is just a simple back to basics.
So the back to basics would be a sentence or two, give some awards, and don't try and make a lot of points while you're attempting to be blown off the stage. Easy.
And besides, it's just a Purple Heart. Let's not make a big deal about this. If it were a Congressional Medal of Honor, that'd be one thing. But Purple Heart, just throw them out like the T-shirt cannon. Just here. You get one.
I forgot this was a veterans issue, so I forgot that I walked into this.
Whatever. Yeah.
Depending on who you ask, President Trump may or may not be involved in some active insider trading. I'm a simple man. I try to not have a lot of opinions, but this comes up on CNBC, and Jim Cramer, who everybody knows is the Mad Money guy, I've never seen him like this.
Today takes it to 130.
Yeah, but the president, the U.S. government got in. They could sell it and
yes,
give that
and
the
according
number.
to the filings, the president's been trading some intel in the quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, trade.
Got nothing to say about it?
But.
Yeah. All right, don't worry. We're not having technical difficulties here, everybody, but we got to go.
Jim, we'll see you tonight. Mad Money, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. S&P 7433. Don't go away.
The only real scenario there is, did he have a stroke?
Yeah, that was weird.
It was really weird. He clearly was uncomfortable talking about the topic, but at the same time, I'm just like, nothing. And he's like, we've played clips of people that have kind of those episodes on the air. Anyway, usually he's a little bit more buttoned down than that, but he was not.
He was having burtations.
Yeah. So that was uncomfortable to watch, which is what this show does. A lot of times things are just uncomfortable to listen to, which I want to round things out with that. But to head over there, we're going to talk celebrities.
WATV, who are these celebrity news? Who are these celebrity news?
If you remember about 6 weeks ago, Easy, I told you that I saw a Beatle perform. The great Sir Paul McCartney played at 1,200 seat theater here in Los Angeles. And I told you it was amazing. And, it was such a brilliant performance and I had such a great time. Do you remember sort of what your attitude was when I told you that?
I am 100% confident. I don't remember, but I'm 100% confident that I was skeptical of his performance.
Yes, you were very skeptical. And I stand by the fact that in a live venue, Sir Paul sounds good. Unfortunately, live television isn't best for him. And I've stripped out the music. I've tweaked it a little bit. I ran this through.
This is mean.
I ran this through a couple of checks to make sure that we can hear this. So this is audio. Let's just say from a national television performance. I don't even want to say what show this was because I don't want to alert anybody.
It just happened.
This just happened on Saturday.
On a certain night of the week.
A certain night of the week. But yeah. So
stuck inside these four walls.
Oh, all right. Little band on the run.
Sent inside forever.
Oh, like Katharine Hepburn.
Never see no one.
Need a little help.
He's got a lot of help.
Again. Like you, Mama. You
and whatever the show was that he was on, he did 3 songs.
Can you back up that last syllable of you?
It's not. I'm playing it on a way where I don't have to show it.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, but I can isolate that for you. But so I heard that, and it made me think about other clips that I've run through copyright checks, that sometimes you got to know when to say when. And the perfect example of that is David Lee Roth. All right, so Diamond Dave is there holding the microphone over his head, not singing into it, but at some point, and this is from Mitch LaFon, who is essentially a rock journalist and So that's what, a few years ago, Roth canceled a Las Vegas residency because he said he couldn't do it anymore. And that was the right thing. That's what he should have done. But he did not, So and now he's back at it.
He essentially just kind of like screeches and then smiles at everything and gay walks.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. And it's not like in time he's just blurting out a couple of the lyrics in almost like spoken word fashion, and he's eating the mic, sounds like fuck. The whole thing is terrible.
Yeah, even when Roth joins another singer on stage, it sounds like this.
Who's that, Jelly Roll?
I actually don't know who that performer was, but
he does a lot of like, he'll take that mic and then, you know, like that part in the song. Who said that? Baby, how you been?
Yeah. That's the part that you don't need to catch your breath during, you know?
He'll go.
Yeah. My potato friend, Cardiff Electric, would admit that this is how Vince Neil has performed for many years, the frontman of Motley Crue. So we've heard Paul McCartney, we've heard Diamond Dave, David Lee Roth, and I'm going to make the case. This is a dabbler. This is someone known in the dabblerverse. I know that you're not going to be familiar who this is. I am going to contend that Karmic X might be the best singer of the three.
He's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard this in a while. But still, you know, sound, at least he's loud.
Toto.
Yeah.
I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies.
Come on, bring it home, Carmen. What did he say?
Hurry, boy, it's waiting there for you.
Sing it!
Take a lot to take away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I miss the rain down in
You missed it.
Anyway,
it's gotta be on time. Gotta be.
Well, you know,
and I guess better than those two. I would say that guy, whoever that was, Sir Paul is second, and then David Lee Roth, a distant third.
Very distant, yeah. Paul.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you read this one.
He's been spending a bunch of money, and he says, "Yeah, Paul stinks." I'm sure Christian is going to be great at mumbling over local news clips and marrying slants when he's 84. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, listen, Real Cumia, I think everybody knows I'm more of a slope guy, but I know what you're saying, and listen, I hear it. Yeah, we appreciate that. So I wanted to get that in because when I heard Sir Paul on whatever show that was, I was like, oh no, you were right. I remember Carl got mad when we talked about this the last time. Yeah,
he's a fuck, you know, and we had a comment like Ohio Dave. He kind of echoed Carl's stupid take. He's a fucking Beatle. He's 83 or 84. Yeah, he sucks, but he is a Beatle.
Yeah. So is Ringo. Ringo sucked in his 30s, you know? So, but yeah, listen, I certainly agree. We will bring it all home with just a couple of quick sports clips. I wanted to make sure that we got the musical interlude in there.
Who are these sports? You know what I'm saying? Who are these sports? Let's see who's playing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what's society.
Over the weekend, the Chicago Cubs played the Chicago White Sox. And, you know, obviously that's a very heated rivalry. But I think there's a chant that Easy, you'll sign off on. I'm going to see if you can make it out as it goes along, and something that you'd probably endorse.
And while we have a moment here at Wright Field, the fans are able to join in unison and tell everybody how much they love Green Bay.
So a Green Bay sucks chant breaks out at a Cubs White Sox game. So.
Okay, I thought they were saying rape sucks, which that's not true.
I mean, why would somebody say that? There sometimes certain fans get placed in the perfect spot in a stadium. You buy a ticket and you're right near the microphone that makes it so that you're heard throughout an entire broadcast, enough so that the Dodgers broadcasters at a game in Anaheim against the Angels had to point out how we can hear someone.
My man in the first row is relentless with the energy for the Dodgers today.
It is our field mic that picks up the crack of the bat, so we don't want to turn it down.
Every person who's been up there has gotten an individualized chant.
I want him to say the N-word so bad.
Kid. Well, maybe he comes back in a couple of years. So he's literally seated where the mic is that they need for that crack of the bat sound. I'm like, you'd think that there'd be another workaround there, but and yeah, this guy's chanting for Miguel Rojas, hardly, chanting for Ohtani. Here's a live remote outside of a Washington Nationals game before the game starts. And, sometimes fans like to make themselves involved with a local reporter.
Of people. So,
the National, we go crazy.
just one of these excited fans, sir. How are you? So, I'm talking to people about why fans are so excited for this one, and it's the O's, right? The Orioles. So we've got this regional rivalry. Natty, the Nationals' new team dog, is here. But what people tell me they're the most excited about, sir, Hot Dog Day and these hot dog hats. Have you seen the hot dog hats?
I ain't seen the hot dog hats yet.
They're pretty good.
I love them, though. I love them.
So he knows how to keep the camera in his face. I haven't seen him, but I love him. And I was like, I don't know, just record that hit and then, roll it in later.
No, that's a new thing in the news. When you start, you were just like guy at the traffic accident with the ice cream cone. You look for the black guy who's a little jumpy, and you just kind of like start doing your report, and he's going to take that bait because he wants to be on camera, and then you're going to go viral. That's how you do it these days. That's the only way TV is able to get any type of exposure is through the black man. And that's kind of a regular thing these days. I'm telling you, mark my words. If you ever are downtown somewhere and you see the TV crews, over here conversation, let's find some jumpy black people and go viral. You watch.
Speaking of things that went viral, this is from a couple weekends ago. The New York Mets were at the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they have an item. Actually, I think this might be in, I'm looking at the way they're dressed. This might actually be in Colorado. Anyway, there is a $40 hot dog called the Glizzilla. And so Steve Gelbs, there on the field reporter, he tries out a hot dog at every ballpark that he goes to. And we may play some more of those in the future, but he presents this enormous phallic hot dog to Keith Hernandez. And then this happened.
The end.
So they're eating opposite ends.
They
So somebody mentions Lady in the Tramp, but Keith.
So they're basically, it's like a double ender.
Yeah, right, exactly. So they're working both ends of this huge hot dog.
What's Lady in the Tramp?
They should have worked their hands on it both.
Yeah, he should have cupped it a little bit.
Right.
Actually, if Gelbs had spit on his hand first,
right,
that would have made for a better clip.
But, starts doing the pepper grinder on the hot dog.
Share a hot dog just like that. Spaghetti. Right? It's very romantic. It is kind of beefy. Well, all right. That image is going to live forever.
And I don't expect Mex Hernandez to be involved in this kind of tomfoolery. He had back surgery earlier this year, so I think he's not thinking straight, because the fact that I'm able to freeze frame, and I apologize to our audio audience that you don't get to see the glory of this. Yes. While poor Gary Cohen is just like, thank God I'm not involved in this.
This is what you have to do. I mean, we've got one less voice and a person who does something hilarious. And after John Sterling died, all we have is him getting hit by a baseball. So these guys have to step it up. You got to do something that's memorable.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned getting hit by a baseball, because you made sure that I saw this. And there was an influencer filming, I think, for her Instagram with her friends at a game in Seattle against the San Diego Padres. And she's talking about how earlier a ball came near her, and then this happened.
Oh! Show your kid!
And we'll go ahead and back that up again.
Show your kid!
You hear it. you don't need that mic that kid was sitting next to actually hear. And that woman did actually go to the hospital after that. This is why when you sit down there, they tell you have to be careful for batted balls. But instead, she's like, hang on a second. This is for the gram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now her head looks like fucking Reginald Denny's.
Okay. Yes, I suppose.
Show your kid!
You dumb bitch.
Is that what you thought when you saw it? You thought,
yes. Oh, that is so sweet. I'm so glad that happened to her.
Yes, I figured that's how you would feel. And I when I get a clip from you, I've mentioned many times before, I usually expect someone to be hurt. And you know what? We've, I think, shown it every week for the last 3. So we might as well get this in here one more time.
Yes. 3-2 swung on a pop foul back here.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
It really hit me. I didn't know it was coming back that far.
I like how he finally gets his act together after he says, ow, 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 and says, it really hit me.
No, but then, then he's like, he's right back into the 1-1. I mean, he's right back at it.
Yankees win.
Yeah. So anyway, that is our show. If I can end with John Sterling, I always, and I do mean always will. We will be back next Tuesday at our regular time, 1 p.m. Eastern, and that is 10 a.m. Pacific time. And easy. If
we were there today, right? We were there today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because you said back to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, no, we'll be back at our regular time. I feel like I always want to let people know when we're back at our regular time.
Well, you can't. You can't say we'll be back at. That implies that this one did not start at the right time. And it did.
Perhaps you're right. I think.
You idiot. You should say, all right, as always, 1 p.m. Tuesdays, Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific, just like today.
All right, listen, I can take constructive criticism. I'll learn. Who knows when the fuck will be on again? All right, how about that? Yeah, we'll be back at our regular time next week, just like we were this week. Do you think that helped?
No,
I said that?
Not at all. Because you keep saying back.
We will be. We'll be back next week. We're here this week, and we'll be back.
No, you
next
only
week.
say back when you're currently not. If we started at noon today, back would have worked.
You know what this means? Something's going to change in the next 6 days, and we're going to have to do it at a different time. And then we're 2 idiots promising that we're going to be back. Well,
okay,
whenever we're...
Day,
yeah,
sorry. At the end of the day, it's still the best show on the whole goddamn network.
It's the best show on YouTube. I don't want to single out just this network, obviously.
No, it's a cornerstone of the network.
If people want to see you on a subpar show, where would they find you Monday through Friday?
Yeah, I'm trying to get up to 30 viewers at a time on Twitch. So if you could, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, or just download the Twitch app and then search at Eric Zane Live. Okay. And I'm on Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Friday. And it's just me being amazing. So it's a Monday through Friday show. Don't be a bitch and miss it.
Yeah, and if my phone ever rings during that time, I'm like, all right, EZ wants me on the show for some reason.
Yep.
And I almost always answer that call.
Yep.
I talk a lot about places where you can find me. I want to shout out some work that I did over the weekend for the Geekscape Network, where if you like nerd stuff like me, you'll see a lot of content you would enjoy. Here I am moderating a panel with cast members of Battlestar Galactica. That's Edward James Olmos next to me. That's the actor that you're most likely to know from there. And I also moderated a panel with the voices of Rick and Morty and Summer, Morty's sister. So I had a lot of fun at Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, California. And we'll be sharing however much from those panels that we can. I do have them recorded, and we'll hopefully drop those in the feed over there. Very nice. Everybody on both of those panels. I did a bunch of other ones, but I'm talking about the two big.
How about you
ones.
making a mark for yourself while your wife sits at home and doesn't work?
Yeah, look at me with all these famous people.
Who's the tall chick next to the old guy next to you?
So her name is Trisha Helfer. And,
what a smoke show.
Yeah, and this is 20 years after Battlestar Galactica first premiered. If you want to get, you want to take a gander at a young Tricia Helfer, she is of course still beautiful. That's not my point. I just say that the way she looked on the show, you might very well start to feel something stirring in your pants. I mean,
Really?
if at all possible. Yeah. I mean, she was the poster child. She was the visual representation of the show. You know, I mean, she
Right.
she
I don't know.
basically was the show. No, I know. And I'm just saying, like, you have a good eye because she is in fact very hot. And I am talking in a slow and deliberate way because
That's okay.
you know me. Because
Yeah.
I want to be able to deliver to my buddy EZ, and I want him to be able to see, like, oh, okay, she's lovely in 2026, but what did she look like in 2003? And
Oh my
that
God.
was her representation on the
Right.
show in the red dress, just to make the differentiation from the 70s version of the show where the bad guys, the Cylons, were basically toasters with red
Yes.
eyes. This is what the bad guys are on the reboot version from 20 plus years ago.
You know, if I didn't have a dick that was as useless as like one of the Unsullied, yeah, you're right. Probably so, but
yeah.
oh my
But
God.
I mean, you know, maybe back in 2002, if you'd seen this image,
Right,
you could have done something with it back then.
Yeah,
EZ.
yeah. To me, she's not. To me, whatever. Oh yeah, she's attractive, but no, it doesn't even lift off the sack. It's
She's no Lucy Tightbox.
No,
I think that's really
that's what I'm telling you. Lucy Tightbox is the only one who can make it move at this point in time.
At this point in time. And you know what? Let's shout out season premiere of Rick and Morty this Sunday. All right. So now everybody knows I'm helping promote things that I talked to people at panels for over the weekend.
Okay.
I did 5 panels, EZ. I was
I
very
know
busy.
you were active. You were very active.
I had a lot of fun. So you go head over to Geekscape for some of that coverage. But that is all the time that we have for now. So if we could put our big super chat back up there on the screen, I would very much appreciate it. As always, this is Christian Blatt reminding you that every mic is a hot mic. And Colbert is the living embodiment of the phrase, every mic is a hot mic. He must be a fan of this show. See you next Tuesday at our regular